First off, what was that like? And how have you seen maybe any of the skills that you learn translate to wrestling?
Well, dairy farming, doing it as a kid and growing up, I think you either love it or you hate it, and I hated it. So I'm gonna stay as far away from that as I can after college. But growing up on a dairy farm, I mean, I feel like you learn just hard work and just grind through things, and I mean, you're always working, so I feel like that really instilled a good work ethic in me, and it's helped me prosper in the sport of wrestling too. It's definitely translated over.
Right. You said you hated it. Why?
Just a lot of work, you know, waking up at 4 a.m. to milk and then working all day, and just there's always something to do. Even if you think that you're not going to do much that day, there's always stuff to do. So,
Right.
So as a kid, you want to go out and hang out with your friends, but instead you got to go tend to the cows.
Yeah, and it's funny because it seems like you didn't have a choice, right? It was just
Oh
your
yeah, no
family's
choice.
business.
Yeah.
But it's interesting with wrestling. I mean, it seems even at the D1 level, you have to make a lot of sacrifices, right? I mean, it seems similar.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean the sacrifices growing up, you don't really see the benefit out of it. It's, you know, you're just working and it sucks.
Right.
You want to go see your friends, but long term, looking back, I'm happy that I went through it now and did all the stuff that I did, because I feel like it's made me the person I am now.
Yeah, do you feel like without those experiences, you wouldn't have the same work ethic that you do?
Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would either at all. And I think I'd be fat because I ate McDonald's a lot as a kid.
Are you a believer in farm strength? Can that help?
I am a believer in farm strength. I do believe in that. I know any other farm kid, and that's not just because I'm biased, but I feel like every other farm kid that I've wrestled always just had an absurd amount of strength that you just didn't want to deal with.
Are there any other farm strength guys on the team?
There are. Schedule. That dude is stronger than hell, and he's a lamb farmer.
Okay.
And I don't think it even matters what kind of farm. I think it's just if you grew up on a farm, you're just strong.
They just gave it to you, huh?
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit more about this dairy farm. How big a place are we talking here?
So whenever I was there, we were milking about 200 to 250 cows, but it was just us. Like my dad didn't hire anybody. It was just the family. I have 2 siblings too, and we were running it. So between 5 people and the cows, and we grew all the crops too for our cows. So between 5 people, that work was pretty stacked up for everybody, and it was enough to burn me out of wanting a dairy farm again.
So you're milking cows first thing in the morning. What else is entailed in the day of a dairy farmer in a typical day?
So yeah, for that milking, usually between milking and feeding calves and everything and all the other cows, you usually get done at about, say, 9, 10 o'clock. And then the middle of the day is kind of till nighttime is whenever you do the crops, and you're either chopping corn or making square bales or fixing something that broke the day before. And you typically do that. And then you milk. We milk twice a day, and then we'd milk again at 4 o'clock at night. And that milking is quicker just because you don't have to feed the cows again. You give them enough feed for the whole day. But that one takes till probably about like 7 or 8. And then you go in and have some dinner and go to bed and do it again.
Whenever you moved off to college, did they finally hire somebody to help out? Or
Yeah, they started hiring help all over the place. They got too many people. I don't know why they couldn't do that when I was there. Give me some free time.
Are you going to be able to see them this weekend in West Virginia?
Yeah, yep. They're gonna drive down. I think it's only like a 4 or 5 hour drive for them, so they'll be there.
I'm just curious. Are those Taco's knee pads that you bought, or are those his knee pads?
No, I think he just gifted me one. I found it in my locker today, so I'm gonna sport it.
Okay.
I'm not sure what website they're available on, but they're available.
Okay. Cool.
Do you have a milk of choice then? You a whole milk guy?
Oh, whole milk, yeah.
Okay.
And some chocolate in the whole milk.
Okay.
That's good too.
What's the most strenuous exercise on the farm? I mean, I think my mind went to posthole digging. I know that's killed me, but is there one that you can think of?
Square bales, I'd say. I mean, they're not too heavy. They're not super heavy, but it's just the quantity of the square bales you're throwing is so much. I remember one day we did like, I want to say I was on a wagon all day long, and I think we did, I want to say 1,800 bales, and it took all day long, and I was so tired. I was over it. That was one of the days where I knew I was never going back there.
And I'm also